It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Steelers and the Broncos coming up next.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
We go from Denver. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at Brett Hundley, the former UCLA Bruin, he'll be the man under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Now Hundley. And his first look is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hundley. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And bulldozing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 91 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give to Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And what a career we've seen from Ben Roethlisberger. Awfully consistent, tough, durable, strong in the pocket, great leader, a guy who stands in and throws it downfield, and has also added to his game the ability to get the ball out of his hands quickly and let his guys do work downfield.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Clark. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Remain on 2nd down. And he is met in his track at scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st and 10. It's Roethlisberger. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Finding room to the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
throwing, Hundley. Throw left side complete. That's Willis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s purple people eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
If someone's going to be happy with that effort, you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know, most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taking it about the 16.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Denver's offense ready to go again. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. Going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He finds his man complete. That's Richardson.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And Denver getting set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And now here's a carry heading left. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clark. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Clark open right side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Hands it off out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to find Willis. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Throw caught there by Willis. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now back to the ground with Elliott.
That's right,
It'll
baby.
be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hundley. And that's Elliott, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll come out in the pistol.
26 man. Stop your body.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! David Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Hundley going to throw for it. That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Caught here by Griffin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw right side is going to be caught by Clark. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first.
Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that, as it winds up, a good call by Vic Fangio.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open.
Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Roethlisberger. Wide open. That's Clark. They lost him.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Play action. It's Roethlisberger on the move to his left.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing, Hundley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bobby Wagner multiple times in All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss. With just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Looking deep for Adams. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. C.J. Beathard, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 10-4 now with 2 weeks to go. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the L.A. Rams and the New England Patriots. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they things and said we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Try and pick it up with a counter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Willis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Able to find Willis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
26 mark, 26 mark.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I'm coming after you. 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's go, D. 53's the mark. 53. Check. Replay.
Elliott.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
53. Mike, 53. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey,
We're not going away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They're going to look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that would be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Roethlisberger will throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Roethlisberger. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Watt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Doug Middleton on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. Complete. Richardson has it. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Being chased out, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
The defense was almost too good. Took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing, Hundley. He'll let one go deep for Howard. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? They'll set up a throw. Throw caught there by Willis. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On second down, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Back to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. Touchdown Broncos! Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Suck up for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it complete to Clark. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
There's Clark. He's got him again. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. The open man is Clark, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And again he finds Clark. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Ben. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 20.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Denver, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.